Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. What's one of the biggest things that we talk about quite frequently, may I add? What game is coming to Game Pass next? Is it going to be fun? And how long it's going to be there? Well, I guess people don't really talk about the latter. People don't really care how long a game's going to be there. Most of the time, you play it when it joins. See if you like it. If you like it, you beat it. If you don't, you drop it and you move on. People don't really talk about when it leaves. All right, so let's go over first off what's going on, because I think Microsoft is actually about to put a really, really big game in Game Pass. I think it was already leaked, and it looked like Mike Ibarra ain't liking it. I digress. It's all speculation over here. All right, don't go back to Twitter saying Addict was speaking facts. Don't act like he was speaking indefinites, okay? I am coming out openly and saying this is speculation. And I'm probably going to be wrong, but I digress. So just for those of you that don't know what's going on right now, Microsoft and Xbox are about to close the ABK deal. What's the ABK deal, you may add? It's the Activision Blizzard King deal. Now, when this is closed, theoretically, you're going to see the majority, if not all, of their games come to Game Pass that is able to at this time. Featuring stuff like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Call of Duty, and you guessed it, more Call of Duty. But guess what? There's actually another game that could be coming to Game Pass. It's called Diablo 4. Game is doing very well right now, may I add. High Metacritic score. Hearing mainly very positive stuff about this game. But why am I talking about this particular game? Because it was actually leaked in some form. I don't know, because the original post has been deleted. But it was leaked in some form of a database or something like that. If you guys know, put it in the description below. Well, the comment section below. And saying that it was coming to Game Pass. Now, would this be coming to Game Pass? Most likely once this deal closes. Let's go over here and see what Mike Ibarra has to say. Well, when the original author, he deleted it now, and he said, this game's coming to Game Pass. He said, this is not happening. All right, could this happen? I don't know. All I'm saying is, if it was to happen, there's zero reason Mike Ibarra would tell people right now. What would happen if someone went out there and bought Game Pass? Well, what would happen if they knew that this game was going to be putting into Game Pass? Anyone that wants to buy the game currently probably wouldn't buy it. They would just wait for it. That is a problem when you're someone like Mike Ibarra and you're actually trying to sell the game and as many copies as you need. Right now, Game Pass isn't their center be all. Okay, he's trying to hit quotas. He's trying to make the company look as profitable as possible. Currently, that company doesn't care about Game Pass because they are not right now purchased by Microsoft. There is still an opportunity that could happen. Very slim that this Microsoft thing doesn't happen. So he's just looking out for his company because, it gets announced it's coming to Game Pass and most likely PC Game Pass as well. It will lead to a lot of sales that they could have potentially have gotten between now and that release date of Game Pass. We've seen executives come out and make statements like this, and it doesn't happen, or it happens. Most of the time, it's between the middle. I remember there was just rumors that Microsoft and Xbox were in talks of Xbox buying Bungie. And I remember the person who owns the studio came out very, very publicly on Twitter and said, these rumors are false. They're lies. It's not happening. Why would you do that? Well, first off, we don't know how the public reaction would have been for the devs, the people working on the game. They had investors. He had to protect his interest. Sound familiar? These executives, if they feel like it's not going to protect their bottom line, they will come out on Twitter and they will make statements saying that it's not happening just to protect their interests. Now, does that mean Mike Ybarra's lying? No. Diablo 4 very well could not be coming into Game Pass anytime soon. We don't know how long this thing is going in. Right now, maybe it's not even one of those things that they're talking about. Why would this site or this database have Diablo 4 coming to Game Pass? Well, when the judge made her ruling, it was probably a couple days ago, because you guys look at my last video, well, one of my last videos, I actually made a video saying that Activision was on Twitter popping bottles. They were celebrating in a very, what's what I'm looking for, subliminal way. They just put crash on the screen saying this is what confidence looks like. And I am willing to bet you that it got out of that room because when Activision and Xbox found out, because clearly who started the chain for that decision? It was Phil Spencer. So, you know, Activision and Blizzard and King's probably known for maybe 3 or 4 days. So people started maybe doing the back end stuff to get games like Diablo in Game Pass. I don't know if that's true, but if they're planning on closing this deal by the 14th, maybe they want to have an announcement on Twitter saying this game is in Game Pass as well. I don't know. All I'm telling you is that this deal gets passed, it would not surprise me if you see Game Pass if you see Diablo 4 in Game Pass very soon. Regardless what Mike Ybarra says, love Mike Ybarra to death, but you can't really take executives' words 100% when currently he's looking out for the interests of Activision Blizzard King. The deal might not go through, or maybe he just doesn't want people to know. I don't know. There is a lot of reasons he would come out and say stuff like that. I'm not going to really go into two of them too much, but there's a lot of reasons. Do I think Diablo 4 is coming to Game Pass? Absolutely. I would say it'd be in Game Pass within the next month. If this deal goes through quicker than people think, or if this deal goes through as fast as people think, that's probably the word I should have used. As fast as people think, absolutely. It'll be in Diablo. You know, Mike Ybarra, he just coming out there, he protecting his company, man. Respect it, but he's protecting his company. But anyway, put in the comment section below, do you think Diablo 4 is going to be in Game Pass? I think, for the most part, most of you is going to say yes. There's just no way it doesn't come in Game Pass if this deal goes through this week. That's why I'm personally in the thing where I think Mike Ybarra, he doesn't want to bend the knee until the official announcement's made. But anyway, put in the comment section below. I'm very curious your guys' opinion. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.